You're listening to the Outright Proud podcast, LBQ Parenting Series. In this series, we'll hear about the parenting experiences of lesbian, bisexual, and queer activists from around the world, including Outright staff, LBQ Connect alumni, and sounding board members. This series is an opportunity to share their stories, amplify their needs, and celebrate their families. In this episode, Noor, our LBQ Connect program officer, interviews her colleague Ging Cristobal, project coordinator for Asia and the Pacific Islands, about her special story of being a chosen parent to her daughter and the challenges they faced in the Philippines context.
Hi, Ging. Can you introduce yourself?
Hi Noor, I am Ging Cristobal. I am based in the Philippines and I work at Outright International as project coordinator for Asia and the Pacific.
Thank you, Ging. Today, we have Ging to speak to us about their experience of LBQ parenting. Ging, can you please tell us your story?
Sure. My story as a parent started when I met my daughter. She was 2 years old back then, and at present she's now 19 years old. So I had my daughter because she is the um, adopted daughter of my previous partner, and it was a blessing for me because even before I met my partner, I wanted to have a child. But then my previous relationship, I found out that after trying to brainwash her to have a human child, to be specific with me, I realized that I really want her to co-parent with me, because having a relationship with someone does not mean that person is um qualified to be a parent, especially if we don't have the same values in child rearing and child caring. So I stopped the idea of having a human child with her. And then in my next relationship, it was a bonus that that partner, my ex-partner, has an adopted daughter. And it fulfilled one aspect of my life. And I'm not saying that all persons should be parents. I believe that being a parent is like a vocation. It's not for everyone, especially if you take in that role of parenting, of really taking care of a child, of really having a goal to have a better human in this world. So I really took it by heart to be a good parent to my child, especially knowing that I am also exposing her to a world that is not really very accepting of LGBTIQ persons, specifically and most particularly if you are a lesbian, gay, bisexual, transgender, intersex, or queer parent. So I know that it's going to be hard for her, but at the same time, I was prepared. I have prepared myself to be an out and proud parent to an out and proud daughter with lesbian parents. And it was very challenging. We had so many fun moments, and at the same time, very painful and challenging moments, experiencing homophobia from different people. And it was crazy because we were expecting uh, bullying happening from coming from her classmates and friends, but it was the other way around. The bullying and discrimination my daughter experienced was from adults. But good thing that I have been very open, and I shared to her age appropriate answers to her so million and one questions. And she was prepared. She sometimes have been too prepared that she would sometimes anticipate that these people will tell her something nasty, and she has prepared her remarks. So it was a even up to now that she's an adult, it's how can you describe 19 years of or 17 years of child rearing or a person reading with her? So it's a wonderful experience, and still I look forward to experiencing witnessing her life. Such a long answer, right?
So, Ging, what do you love most about being a parent?
What I love most about being a lesbian parent is experiencing my daughter, being responsible to being a parent. For me, being a parent means really committing myself to provide not just financial but really emotional support, all kinds of support to your daughter. Because before I became a parent, I was a very doting aunt to my nephews and nieces. I can say they were my guinea pigs. And then when I saw them growing up, um, very inclusive, very accepting of LGBTIQ persons, it increased my security that and my trust to myself that I can do this. And what I also love most about having a daughter is the experience of really feeling it's a different feeling. It's like being responsible to her humanity and being responsible. Always at the back of my mind, I always think that what kind of a person will I want her to be in the future, especially knowing that the time I'll pass on. I want her to be kinder, a more responsible person, compassionate to other people. But how do you do that? So you really have to. It's like a work plan. Like at this age, she should learn about good manners, right conduct. At this age, she should learn about sensitivity towards others' issues or concerns. And it's a good thing that I was surrounded with um, friends who have expertise, and one of my good friend was a psychiatrist, so I would go to her and ask her, am I doing the right thing? So all those things, the journey, the fun, the hardships, all of those things are all memorable. So it's a package. It's not just good times. So that's what I love being a parent.
Yeah, thank you, Ging. That's very impressive. Uh, so my third question is, being a parent is like has a lot of ups and downs and sometimes challenges. So what really surprised you in this experience?
Being a parent, what surprised me the most is how my child was accepted by her classmates, her age group. How resilient she was. How adults surprised me that they can really be so mean, even to a child. And just so you know, in the Philippines, you can adopt as a single lesbian, gay, or bisexual person, but you cannot adopt as a lesbian couple, gay couple, bisexual couple, or transgender person with a partner. There's no legal recognition of our relationships here in the Philippines. So for the longest time, and even up to the present, legally, I am just a friend of my daughter. Her legal parent or legal guardian is my ex-partner. And I remember during the time when she was young, I have to bring her to my province to visit my family. I need to get a certification from my partner then that she's allowing my daughter to go with me. And in paper, in theory, it was easy, but it was so hard because I might be, without that certification, I might be accused of trafficking my own daughter. And the same time, it surprised me that we can be very flexible if you really are committed to a relationship of to being a parent, particularly because you'll do everything you can to provide a secure home, a safe environment, and really it inspires me and it helps me do my work on LGBTIQ rights activism better because I'm not just doing this for myself or for other LGBTIQ persons, but at the same time, I'm really doing this also, my advocacy work for my daughter so that she will experience less discrimination, meet more tolerant people while growing up. And that really surprised me that being a parent, you can be that resilient, that flexible, and you can really endure more pain, more patience, especially when they hit puberty. So you're really surprised how about self-discovery, discovery of your child, and being a witness to all of this.
Ging, we have definitely we have a lot of LBQ parents out there hearing to us today. So do you have a word that you can give to those LBQ parents?
My message to other LBQ persons who are parents or who wants to be a parent is to really think about it. You really have to dig deep in your heart if you really have the passion, the commitment to be a parent because it's really going to change your life. Sometimes in a very painful or sometimes challenging, but most of it is really going to be tiring and memorable and worth it. But you really have to ask yourself, do I want to be a parent? Do I have the skills to be a parent? What are the values I want to instill to my child as a parent? Because remember, it's not just like a fur baby you can take care of. This is a human being who can be a good ally to our LGBTIQ rights movement, or because you're not prepared, you might add to those who are against us. So you really have to unload your personal baggages because you will have to have space for the baggages of your child, especially if you're going to adopt a person or if you're going to do other means to have a child, a human child, in vitro. Uh, is your country tolerant or accepting? Because all of these scenarios should be taken into account. Am I removing all the fun? No, it's a very wonderful journey, but this journey should be prepared. You should be prepared. You should prepare for it so that you can anticipate whatever happens. Of course, you can't anticipate 100% all the time, but at least at the back of your mind, I'm prepared for this. At least, let's say 70 or 80% you're prepared. Everything will not be that too surprising. And remember, you've anticipated it, but your child hasn't. So at least you'll be there to guide your child on how to accommodate the experience, whether good or bad, because it's really a different experience for an LBQ parent as compared to heterosexual parents, and especially if your child has LBQ parents. But I assure you, if you're ready, go for it and really have fun.
Ging, can you send a message to your daughter or other children who are children of lesbian or queer women?
To all the children of lesbian, bisexual, queer persons, especially to my daughter, Ayana, I have three things to tell you. Number one, you are loved because as an LBQ parent, you are chosen. We chose to love you. Uh, we are here as LBQ parents to take care of you. We are committed to do that. Number two, take care of yourself and really taking care of yourself by reading, because the world will not be that kind to us. It's better now than when I was younger. But you really have to take care of yourself, especially if you meet people who are not that kind. But know that we're here and you can always count on us. Number three, you have to learn, unlearn, and relearn so many things in life so that you can cope, you can adjust, and you can enjoy life. Because having an LBQ parent is really going to be a spectacular life full of different colors, especially during the times when it's going to be very challenging. But know that us LBQ parents, we have endured and survived so many things. But at the same time, we will carry more um, challenges because we are parents. And you have to trust us that we will never leave your side and we will be there to witness your growth, um, your your blooming life, and we hope that we'll be there along the way to celebrate everything with you. Am I being too dramatic as a parent? Yes.
I loved what you said, Ging. What do you want in terms of advocacy demands?
As a lesbian parent who is at the same time an LGBTQ IQ rights human rights activist, in the Philippines we still do not have a national anti-discrimination law that will protect us for to access equality in terms of education, employment, access to basic services. I want that. And in the Philippines, we still don't have a legal gender recognition law, and most especially a civil union or a marriage equality law. So all of these three important laws are crucial for LGBTIQ person to have a fuller life. A fuller life means we can provide more to our partner, to our child or children, and to our own families, our chosen families. So being an LGBTIQ parent is going to be more challenging because in my present life we don't have those laws to protect us. What more for our children? So we have to strive harder while at the same time being a parent. We have to be more committed and more passionate with our advocacy work because we're not just an LGBTIQ person, but we are LGBTIQ parents. One funny experience I had with my daughter when she was growing up, she was 3 or 4 years old back then, because back then, when I have work, I would sometimes bring her to work. And during meetings, she would have her coloring book, but she would listen. And after the meeting, we would go to a mall to eat ice cream. And she would ask me, she calls me Baba. Baba means love. She would ask me, Baba, um, you're a girl, right? I said, yeah. But why do you have short hair? I said, I have short hair because some girls have short hair, some girls have long hair. And some boys have short hair, some boys have long hair. But they're not gay. But sometimes they are. And for me, sometimes girls have long hair, some girls have short hair. And she would ask me, but what is a lesbian? I said, a lesbian is a woman loving another woman. And he said, ah. And then a guy passed by with long hair. So she was shouting at me, Baba, he's a guy, he's a boy, but he's a boy, right? With long hair. But you are a lesbian with short hair and you love women. I said, yeah, but you don't need to shout. So there will be so many embarrassing moments because I don't know why she loves to shout about so many information. So people were looking at me and I was just smiling to them and like, hi, my daughter's just so noisy.
Thank you very much, Ging, for being with us today, speaking about your experience as a lesbian mother in the Philippines. I think it was enriched experience, and we really hope that you have all the joy in life with your daughter. Thank you very much.
Thank you.